And we are live. We are live, people. All right, so welcome to another edition of the Rep 592 promotional run. I am your host, Jay Adams, and as you can see, we have a full panel tonight. Panel, the thing full up tonight. And like always, let me just urge you to just share the live. Wherever you're watching us from, if it's YouTube, if it's Facebook, share the live, share the live. Get as much people as possible to follow what's happening here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start with you, Shawn. I'm gonna just give you 30 seconds to
You
introduce yourself. Then
you send me the link?
no, I ain't send you the link. I can't send you the link, bro.
Oh, I thought you
Do it. What
Oh,
shot?
I thought you said go say link. Hold on.
You are gonna keep.
My bad.
Yeah, good
Oh,
night,
let me
internet world, YouTube, Facebook. Guyanese got talent, man. Talented people in the house tonight. So we're gonna wait.
1 second. Let me put it. There you go. Let me send it to these guys.
I have it already.
Who have it?
Me. I don't share it already.
Try to get a little better song here, but I barely hearing them more. Barely hearing it.
Yeah, that is what I was saying. The song kind of sound low.
Sorry about that. It's crazy that people don't be calling y'all. Then soon as
So
they
Chris
come on
Nelson
these
get
live, you
kicked
see
out.
people.
Chris
Let me
Nelson
see
got
if he's
kicked out.
back in. Oh, he's back. Oh, all right, he's back in. All right, so we're all set. So Shawn, just go ahead and introduce yourself. Then we're gonna start with our artists.
People, good evening, and welcome back. My name is Shawn DemRoc, representing DemRoc Clothing out of Atlanta, Georgia, and I am the producer of the Rep 592 compilation album project.
CJ.
Hey, well, my name is CJ, representing Arwa. I'm one of the artists on the album, and the song that I put there is Day One, featuring Shemdan. Yeah.
Man, OG Marley.
Yeah. Don't know. My name is OG Marley, representing Linden to the fullest. Carcara up.
In the house.
Welcome to GT. Don't know. Blessed Armand.
Chris Nelson.
Yeah, and this is a boy Chris Nelson all the way from the west side. West side, the best side. And my song on the 592 Volume 6 is entitled Signal of Love. So, Volume
Big up
6, the
yourself.
biggest thing happening right now.
Big up yourself, Chris Nelson. The man, big uncle, Gucci boss.
Blessed night, everybody. I am Gucci Boss. I am just Gucci Boss. I ain't get nothing else to say. Everybody did it is so know me already, man. You know what I mean? I am the Guyana's artist advocate. You understand?
Definitely.
That's how I'll put it. Blessed night,
GT
everybody.
Youths.
I don't know GT Youths. Song on the album is called Hard Life, and we're doing it.
Definitely doing it. So, as usual, my first question is for you, Shawn. Tell us a little bit about, the motivation to keep. You're already at volume number 6. And as I would have mentioned on the last podcast, that we see the finished work, we see the beautiful artwork. We see the compilation. Tell us a little bit about the motivation behind keeping this thing alive. Why is it necessary to keep going and going and going and giving these guys the shine they so much deserve?
I mean, perfect example. The sound that CJ dropped today is just
Transcend.
like literally, literally like goosebumps, bro. Like water was settling my eyes, and I posted a video earlier stating that I wasn't gonna, say why, water was setting my eye, but I'm gonna say it here for a lot of reasons. Is that like, and I'm gonna keep it short. It's like just the talent that's coming out of Guyana is just amazing, man. And that's to answer your question. Music like that is keeping me motivated. I mean, everybody on this panel right now, you know, it's a reason why you're on the album. Because I see personally me, I see talent, I see growth, I see amazing material, So it's like I can't stop. It's kind of like I would say that it's impossible for me to stop. And that's why I had to change from doing it once a year to twice. And eventually I might end up doing it 3 times a year. You know what I mean? So that's my motivation, music. That's the beautiful music. And I believe in these guys, man. 100%.
I'm happy that you mentioned that you believe in them, and it's no secret that this project is a collaborative project, and we know for a fact that a lot of these artists that's on the panel have works together. They have worked together. They have a lot of collaboration. For example, Gucci Boss and CG got Target. We see Chris Nelson and CJ just dropped a tune a couple of weeks ago. GTU does his things with a lot of Guyanese artists. For me, fusion is the future. Why is it important for us as not just Guyanese artists, but as musicians to collaborate with each other?
The question is for me.
Yes, John. The question is for you. Is
I
it
mean,
the compilation?
it just shows unity, you know. And in a situation like in a case like CJ and Chris Nelson. I mean, Chris Nelson is a younger person in the business, and I'm pretty sure that Chris Nelson learned a lot being around
Definitely.
CJ. You know what I mean? Learned a lot, so that he's gonna use that knowledge, and he's going to, get better. And also teach other young artists that's coming up. Even some of the older ones can learn. So I think it's very important for us to have that unity and that collaborative effort to keep taking each other to another level because you challenge each other. There's no way that Chris Nelson, let's say CJ go in the booth before Chris Nelson. Chris Nelson, I know he's gonna be sitting there like, yo, I gotta bring it. I have to bring it. So when he go in that booth, best believe he's going to put his best foot forward. And that's what collaborating people like CJ and many others um that's the results of it.
Definitely. So, Chris Nelson, man, much respect for you, man. So, I actually got noticed you the first time when you did the collab with CJ, of course, and then after that I went and I started to research some of your work. So, let me tell you something. You're talented. You just keep doing whatever you're doing, brother. And no, you're with the big
Yeah, yeah,
boys
yeah.
because I think this is the first volume you would have been featured on, right?
Second.
Yeah.
Second, which
No,
was
I
the
wasn't
volume?
a part. Second time a part of the album, but this is my first interview with you guys.
Oh, okay, so tell us a little bit about Signal of Love. I know it's Valentine's season. Did you purposely put this particular song on the album because of Valentine, or it was just a good play on words and talent? Tell us a little bit about the song and why you chose this particular one.
Well, actually, I'm known for doing love reggae, a lot of love reggae, and I did a song named Sunshine and some other love reggae tracks, and this was one that I worked on when I was um in the US recently. Actually, I worked with CJ. Big up to CJ. CJ worked with me with the song, and it was executed well. And this is one of the songs that you know a lot of people enjoy recently and so forth. So this basically it.
So I'm gonna ask you the same question I asked Sean earlier. How important is it for you guys as musicians to collaborate, to fuse your talent together?
Well, it's very important. It's very important because being an artist, sometimes you might think that you know it all, but really and truly, there's so much more you can learn from each other and make the music industry move forward more effectively with the unity and the support from each other. So it's basically love. A love can change a lot of things, and love can do tremendous works. So it's just basically love and unity. So it's very much
Definitely,
important.
yeah, fusion is the future, and I would have mentioned this before in one of the interviews that we had earlier last year. That some people may think if I collaborate with CJ, if I collaborate with Chris Nelson, they might be thieving me fans and stuff. But what they don't understand is that collaborating has help you reach a different space, a broader fan base. So
Yep.
it's always important to collaborate.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
continue doing what you're doing, bro. We got your eyes on you. We're gonna continue supporting you, Mr. Gucci Boss.
Yeah, man.
Aye, 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 aye.
Paradise was released 2 years ago. Why did you decide to put Paradise on this album? What was the
Um,
reason behind that?
you know, it was a next song. Honestly, it was a next song that was supposed to go up there. We got to be honest about the thing,
We gotta be
right?
honest.
Yeah, it was a next song that was supposed to go up there, which is taking attendance. But the song was getting, it's getting put in the Soca Monarch. You know what I mean? So the people them that's basically putting that together, wanted the exclusive on that song. So, I spoke to Sean about it. He was understanding. He was like, yo, well, Gucci, I like Guyana Paradise. I was like, well, that's my baby right there.
Hmm.
Because, everyone have their description of Guyana when they get to Guyana. And for me, she is a paradise. For me, when I reach Guyana, it's fun time, regardless of whatever. I go Barbies, I climb a mango tree, I go back down, I go in fishing, I do it all the things them where, I basically can do when I'm here in America.
So
See it?
there is a video for the song. I must commend you for showcasing the beautiful scenery of Guyana.
Yeah, man.
You
From
and also you give you definitely shout out a lot of different regions, a lot of different towns and stuff like that. What why do you think it's necessary for musicians like yourself to promote Guyana on that international stage that you would have done?
because that's what America have over us. And we don't realize that. You understand? America promote America like, yo, this is the land of the free and home of the brave. But when you live here, say you there, so you realize that's not it. You understand? So we now, as Guyanese artists, got to realize the power in our voice and the power that we have, and we got to promote Guyana. We can change tourism. You
Mm-hmm.
understand what I'm saying? We can, we have that power, bro. So when I sat out to make Guyana Paradise, I wanted to do it from a perspective of, yo, when I go Guyana, what idols do. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Some of the things that idols participate in, and every place that I shout out, every place that I call, we went to them place. You know what I mean? And party or do a party there or something. So you know what I mean? It came from a real serious place, a real honest place, I should say.
Definitely, and for everybody who has just joined us, remember to please share the live. Share the live. Share the live. We need everybody to, get a hold of what's happening here tonight, man. And let me tell you something. When Sean sent this the track list for me, I was scrolling through it, and then I got to number 10. I saw GT Youth, and then I saw Art Life. Let me tell you something, man. This is a song that you know, not just every ghetto youth can only relate to, but this tune right here, as somebody that grew up in East Rhineville, that's an inner city community. I'm considered as a ghetto youth. This song made me feel nostalgic, you know. And one of the things I love about this song is that, the man, you wasn't just basically giving praises to God, you was also bigging up your mother, and basically showing people why they need to persevere. why they need to stay focused, why they need to give God praises, man. GT Youth, what was the motive? What was the initial motive behind creating this song, Hard Life?
To be honest with you, it was a tribute to my mother, right? Based on all the struggles and thing that she's been through to to get me and my brothers and sisters to a level, right? And just experiencing, it mightn't necessarily be my personal experience, but the people around, right? Seeing certain things that people go through, and it's the first song that actually made me literal cry. Like how Sean almost cry, right? This song actually made me cry when I heard the finished product, right? So it's just a song to actually uplift people that have been through, right? Because remember, music is the gateway, and the same music alone shall live, right? So that's what we do.
Definitely. And you did mention mother, and everybody who know me knows that I'm a mother's boy. Motherly love is priceless. All that I am or hope to be, I owe it to my angel mother. Oh, what are some of the advice that your mom would have given to you as a child that is basically responsible for the man that you are today, if you don't mind sharing some of those advice, man?
Now, to be honest with you, is basically one that's more important than all the rest, right? It's just believe in yourself, right?
Believe in
And
yourself.
yeah, man, that made me into who I am, right? Because if anybody knows me, right, especially OG, I is the most important person to myself. You understand me? And then from me trickle down everything else, right? And that was taught from from my mother. And there's certain things like perseverance and reaching for the stars and them things, right? But the most important thing, right, is believing in oneself. Because when you believe in yourself, no one really can take certain things from you, because you believe in you.
Definitely. And you also mentioned praying. There's a line in the song about prayers. How important is praying?
Now prayer changes, and a prayer does change everything. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Having something to believe in, it's just like you believe in yourself. Having something bigger than you to believe in, right, is what we do by praying. You know what I mean? 'Cause like I said, prayer does change. You see?
Definitely. The man OG Marley. So, you know, you're actually at number 24 and your song is entitled Welcome to Guyana. I want to talk to you about two of the lines that stood out in that entire song for me. The first one is not about to let race come between us and divide this beautiful country. And anywhere in the world I go, I represent. Tell us what those two lines mean to you, man. And why did you include those lines? What was the significance behind those lines? You can start with the first one. Now, about to let race come between us and divide this beautiful country.
Well, it's it come from far, man. Because I mean, when you look at the way things going in Guyana, every time you turn around, it's people fighting against each other for a bunch of unnecessary reasons. A lot got to do with politics, but we as a living a civil society, it's just everybody gets used to fighting against each other, black against black, Indians against Indian, this race against the race, and it makes no sense because at the end of the day, Guyana is a beautiful country, and I've traveled a few places in my life, and I've never seen no way got more love than Guyana. And if we could just find a way to bridge that gap with the togetherness, the unity, where we could avoid making race get between us, because even black people, even our own kind of people, we got this kind of vibes between each other where we just fight each other for unnecessary. So that race coming between each other is just something that I think we needed to hear about. It's more so love and unity, elevate the country. You know what I mean? I can't remember what the next question you asked me.
The
What's the next
next line
question?
is anywhere I go, I represent.
Right. You see, it's proud of being a Guyanese. It's proud of representing your flag, representing your country, representing where you're from. You go anywhere in the world, nothing can change the fact that you're Guyanese. You could talk different, your accent could be different, your swag could be different, you're gonna be born guy and these don't can't change. They're like a Americans and American a yard man is a yard man. Trini is Trini. You know, so for me it's just me saying personally, I don't know about another man, I know about me or Jamali. Anyway in the world I go, I represent as a Guyanese. You know. Hopefully everybody could feel the same way, let me do it that way because Guyana is a beautiful place.
Sir,
Definitely, definitely. And tell us a little bit about your name. What does your name mean?
Old gangster, you know, old general. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Remember,
General.
I did in the game a little while ago, right? So I stay in the lane and just watch you go. OG stand for the old general. You know what I mean?
Oh, General. Nice. The man CJ. ROR boss. What's happening?
There, yeah, bro.
Listen, I think CJ was number one on volume five. If I'm
volume 4.
Four.
if I'm volume four. Now you're number one on volume six, man. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Tell us a little bit about day one, man. I know that feature came about. With that, is it Shabdan?
Yeah, Shemdan. He's
Shamdan,
actually
Shamdan.
yeah, he's actually a Jamaican, and I'm proud to see that Dem Rock actually put a Jamaican on the album, even though he's rep 592. But first off, if I'm number one, number 20, number four, it don't make a difference to me. I just happy to be a part of the works because I love the work that is being done, right? And that song actually come about to give homage to the people who've been around me from day one because most of the people that I started out with is still here. Sometimes I may, like get involved in other things that might take away my interest a little bit from them. But I wanted to let them know that, listen, I'm not doing this here without you. And if I can't do it with you, then I don't want to do it at all. You understand?
Definitely. So tell us a little bit about some of the Guyanese artists that is currently working with ROR.
Well, it's a bunch of them. I think a lot of the works is out there with who I've worked with so far, and there's a lot more who I'm, projected to work with, and I'm open to work with anyone. So I'm just working. But
Definitely.
but to
So
name a few, they're on the live. Me and Chris did a song. Me and Gucci
yeah,
did a song. Me and GT Youths haven't done a song yet. Well, hopefully we get to that ASAP. So OG, but I've worked with OG as far as shooting a video. So OG, big up yourself.
Yeah, man,
no,
you don't know. Balance all the way, man.
we definitely need that GTU and CJ collab, man. We
Yeah,
definitely need them harmonies. That's something I would definitely
yeah.
want to see. So GT Youth, man. Let me tell you something, man. I respect your grind so much, and hats off to you for everything that you would have been doing in terms of promoting your brand and just pushing the envelope. Why is it necessary to do everything you can in your powers to promote the music? Because let me tell you something, GT Youths, everything that the man put out, he just said it to me. He just said it to me. Every single thing the man put out, he sent it to me. And you know for a fact that I'll show the support. So why is it important to be that consistent when it comes to promoting your works, man?
I tell somebody today, right, that nobody can want it for you more than you.
Mm,
You understand? So if you want to actually make your music or make yourself get to a level, you have to do the necessary work. Right. And
Facts.
one of the steps is promoting. Right. So promotion is necessary because it helps. I mean, it's not even help. That is the way to go forward. Because you
Mm.
can't do your work and sit down on it. You understand? So if you believe in yourself and you want your stuff to go out there, you have to promote. So that's the only reason for me is like you just if you want to achieve what you want to achieve, right? You gotta promote.
Real,
definitely,
real.
definitely. And Gucci Boss, you still got one of the biggest songs that came out of Kayan. Well, from a Guyanese artist for 2021. And let me tell you something. I was in a party the other night. I'll get to this. When Big Uncle come on, I want to know if we had acrobats in the party. These little girls start flicking. I said, what? Why is it important to make those kind of songs, man? Because some people is just air a rhythm and they will just go and write and rhyme and they don't conceptualize the music in terms of you know giving it life so that it can play next 15, 20 years from now? Why is it important to make those relatable music? For example, like
Listen,
Big Uncle.
Big Uncle is a collaborative effort, right? It's
Yeah.
a team effort. Is I mean, my brethren's them, you know, supported my crazy idea, right? I mean, like man like CJ and them man like Glenn Miller, I mean? Like, I went to these dudes and said, here's something. We got to create we own thing. Like, I know they get a ring bang. I know they get a shanto. I know they get a boom. I know them get a kaiso. I know they get all these things, right? But this generation doesn't have anything that evolved from that. So, it was just to give it a name. And, the name Kwekwe is unity, is when family come together. You know what I'm saying? It's celebratory. So Guyanese is festive people. You know what I mean? So I took that same concept and put it into the music. You know what I mean? And took it to Glenn. Glenn created the beat. Took it to CJ. Me, CJ, and Pablo sit down and write Big Uncle. That's it. That's it. Why they're from ROR.
Wow.
You
Wow.
understand? We sat there, we wrote Big Uncle, you know what I mean, and put something massive together. And we know it was gonna create an impact because just of the subject, you understand? And it's more of that to come, and I wish other Guyanese artists, you know what I mean, just like old Beanie Man and Cartel and all them can jump on the Bamsey, right? Jump on the quick reggae, you understand? Put that in the catalog, you know. Jump on it, man, and see where it is. Let me create something for we that's cultural.
Yep.
Jamaican get kete drum, right? Guyana get kwekwe drum.
Mhm.
It's just we thing.
It's definitely we think. And then the man Lil Million went and gave it some more life with Big Auntie. So, you definitely did something good
See,
there.
see, CJ. Yo, listen. When we heard that right there, I said nah, because we had to remix it, all right. Imagine that. Like, I didn't even force it because I could have put out my Big Auntie. You know what I'm saying? We the car we own
Oh,
Cougars. You understand? I had
okay.
a remix already for it. You know what I mean? And when he dropped it, the way he did it was like, yo, bro, nah, man, listen, you know what I mean? It was the example, whereas, you know what, we can go about this left, or we can reach out to a brother, you know what I'm saying, in music and say, listen, it's the right way to do this. Seeing, let me do this, whereas, you know what I mean, push the song, promote the song, you know what I mean, but put it out there where we can make sales and stuff off of it. You
Definitely.
understand? So, he was humble. He was humble about it, man. When I call Lil Million, the man sent me back a voicemail and said, Gucci, man, I don't want to fight or beef with your man. Say, argue with me, man. I ain't going to answer you. I said, no, bro. It's not that. Let me talk business. You know what I mean? And we put Big Auntie together, cleared it up, gave him the okay to release it and put it out through Dunlink. Seeing?
Definitely. And you did mention business, man. Tell us a little bit about the business aspect of the music industry in terms of making it a lucrative career, because a lot of people is just put out music, and I realize that a lot of Guyanese artists aren't making money on their music, especially when they put it on YouTube, because some artists, when you go to do a reaction video from them song, you would get a strike from YouTube. But then they got some artists you could make money off of them song. Tell us a little bit about how the artists can turn this thing into a lucrative part.
Well, listen. Sean, if you permit me, right? If you permit me, Sean, right? We gonna be honest about this, right? Now, Ian Johnson got a WhatsApp program, you know what I'm saying, where he have sales. It's different ways that you can basically get your stuff out there business wise to sell to make money. You understand? Like, everybody we know music right now know the game change. It's all about streaming, right? People ain't really selling records no more like that. You understand? And you got to be on top of the millions of stream before any real revenue really come in. So me personally, I don't really focus on it so much as the selling aspect. You understand? Because I say to me, right, I can afford to promote. Right? I am a label, right? I am Dunlink Just One. Gucci Boss is signed to Dunlink Just One Entertainment. Pablo G is Dunlink Just One Entertainment, right? So I gotta create a promotional budget. which is 99. Anyone would tell you it's supposed to be at least about 90% of your budget.
Definitely. So, OG, Marley, and the current there, quiet. What sort of advice would you give to the up and coming musicians in terms of perseverance, in terms of keeping themselves relevant in the music industry?
The music is not as easy as you might think on the outside looking in. It's a struggle. But it's the determination within one. Like what the brother just said, GTU saying that you gotta want it more than anybody else. You gotta be able to put in that work. It's a DJ job to put in the work to become, a DJ to another level that people could actually recognize you. It's a artist work the same way. The producer that produced the music, they got to keep putting in the work so that the music will got the kind of quality that people gonna push towards that energy. So with you as a young artist or another artist trying to make it out there in the music industry, you got to put in the work. You got to be determined to make it happen, regardless to whatever you might hear on the outside, because you're gonna hear a lot of things, but you got to want it more than anybody else. You got to be determined to make it happen. So for me, if I got to give any advice to a young upcoming artist, is to keep fighting, keep pushing, regardless to whatever it is. Just keep pushing, believe in yourself.
Definitely. So, Chris Nelson, how was the response being, since you would have been featured on this volume? What are people saying in the streets? What are some of the. Are you hearing me? Hello? Are you guys hearing me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we can
yeah.
hear you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, Chris, what is the response like from the guy in his populace since you would have been featured on this album? Oh, he's having some problems.
Yeah.
I want to know if it's me internet acting up like that. But say like it's really going
You don't
on.
get them problem, buddy.
I don't get a problem. So Sean, I think you got a question for the artists. Them, you want to go ahead and ask them?
Yeah, from the last one, right? Yeah. So I've been getting a lot of pushback on this free download and free this and they shouldn't do it for free and shouldn't this and all these things. So my question to you guys, you know, like, do you have a problem with someone downloading, or rather, someone taking your music and putting it up on a platform for free stream and free download? The reason why I'm asking the question is some artists would agree to be on the album, but they don't want to do it, but then
Hello.
they're looking at it like, but it's free promotion.
Oh.
So all right, man, I can do it. So I just want you guys' opinions on the situation, or the matter. You know, if you guys have, I mean, I already heard, but I'm gonna ask you again, Gucci. But you know, I'm getting a lot of pushback, and is it that of a deal where you're like, nah, me doing it, me giving me music to put up there. But the problem is, I see a lot of artists sharing their music on WhatsApp and all these things. But here I am now asking for the music to put it up in a much better structured situation. And I'm being asked a lot of questions like, I mean, a lot of the questions was more in the beginning of the project, but I'll ask GTU. You go first.
I like the free promotion, but
Oh, you one of them.
right?
I
No,
joke.
on the real,
I
on
joke.
the
I
real,
joke.
right? On the real, I don't necessarily have a problem with it, right? Because, like you stated, that we um we put out our music to get established, right? I If I could tell you I make a bag of money off of music right now, I would be lying to you. I make some bread off of the plates, right? But when it comes to sales or streams, it's not there, right? but I'm trying to get, because your name have to be more or less recognized, all right, in order for, like Gucci said, you have to be in the millions, right, to make a thing out of a thing, right? So for me, it's not a problem. I I embrace the free promotion from DemRoc, right? I like it bad, right? And just I just personally don't have an issue. I rather do it because I just give it away for free anyways. So I rather do it in a structured situation. So it didn't really matter to me.
Gucci boss.
Yeah, no. When you go up on like a distro or one of them place to distribute your song, your music, right? You notice it's like a million markets, right? Right. Some of them are free, right? Some of them you got to sign up. Some of them you're gonna get paid for your music. You understand? I feel personally like this is what we are creating right now for ourselves. You
Fact.
understand? We are creating those machines. Now, like you and I had a conversation where I tell you, like, yo, with the quality of music that we're coming out with on a consistent basis, this music industry is fairly young. You understand? And
True.
what you're doing is creating a channel or outlet, whereas you're bringing in the audience to us. You're letting people see that we exist. You know what I mean? Later on, yeah, we can convert it into a paid thing once we build that structure and once we build that fan base where we know these people are craving for our music. You understand? Then we switch it over to that right there. I am in control of my music. You understand what I'm saying? I know what I can afford to say. This can go on promotion. This can go on play on sales. This can go on this. You know what I mean? A lot of people aren't in control of their music in that way, so they can't make those decisions. You understand? So, hey man, that's my
Chris
take on
Nelson.
it.
Chris Nelson.
Yeah, I had some connection issues there just now.
You hear the
Um,
you heard the question, right?
so I certainly don't have a problem. Yeah. I heard the
Okay.
question. I certainly don't have a problem. Reason being, um, one of the benefits is being able to increase your or gain more listeners to Guyanese music, and that's a plus, right? And in that way, persons will be able to gain from it, even though it mightn't be seem like you're not gaining, but you're gaining. Because let's say a DJ hear Chris Nelson music on this um album, they want to dub from it. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you know you gotta get you gotta gain from streaming, but you're gonna gain in some way by just basically a lot of people hearing the music. So I don't have any issue with that.
So, CJ.
Well, I suck at promotion. So if somebody's gonna take my song and promote it for me, then I appreciate that. You know. Next thing too is that I'm always recording, right? So I might record a song now and put it out today, and then in the next I'm post it 2 times, and then I'm done with that song because I'm recording another song. So I have so much song that I don't mind giving you what 1-2 songs a year to promote. And on the flip side, all my songs is quoted. So even when you put it out there, it's still being tracked across the internet. So the streams I'll still get paid for, just not the download. I don't have issue with that.
Good. OG.
Yeah, bro. I definitely got no problem with the music putting out that way, man, because it's a support, what I mean, that you guys give into artists that is not even getting the music to be heard. So I really do appreciate the fact that you guys taking the time out to do it, because I personally, I've done it, and a lot of these artists probably know the same thing I'm saying. We reach out to a lot of people already, trying for them to promote the music, and sometimes it's people that but everybody got their own take, they want to do things. So if you got the support that you getting from guys like you, them rock supporting the thing, I think more guys should get aboard. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a blessing, man, and you guys need to continue doing what you're doing.
Let me Appreciate it. Let me add this other piece. The thing is, like CJ said, I mean this project is here for a reason, for many, many, many reasons. You know, some that is obvious and some that you're not going to see until you know it's evident. Now, other artists cannot promote themselves. They might be visible, but it's just it's just a certain way you have to do it with your graphics, and then a lot of artists can't constantly paying for graphics every week, or with the sub being at a certain level. So that in itself would cause an artist to say, you know what, yeah, I could only do this maybe once a month or once every 2 months, something like that. So that's where I come into play. I feel like I have the skill level to do certain things, and I don't mind putting in the time and money to get it done because I see the big picture. I see the big picture, and like I mentioned earlier, music like what CJ dropped here today, it's it just motivated me even more to just keep pushing and keep going. And I mean, not only his music, but many other artists that's dropping music left, right, and center. You know what I mean? So that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, so in terms of the quality of music that is on this album, man, let me tell you, when I listen to this album, I have it on my phone. I just get goosebumps. Like the quality, the production quality, the artwork, man, is top notch.
Lyrics.
So, must congratulate you guys again. So, it's no secret that technology would have changed the game, especially in terms of how we go about promoting our music. What technology has done is basically took out the middleman and allowed us to have direct relations with the consumers of our music. Whereby we can send it via WhatsApp, send it via email, put it on our Facebook, put it up on the website and get it downloaded and stuff like that. The question is, is artist and DJ relationship still necessary? If yes, why? If no, why? I would like to start with you, GTU.
With me,
Yeah,
a relationship with a DJ,
with
yes, is
DJs. Yeah,
necessary
DJ.
because the DJ is the person who actually in between you and the audience.
Mhm.
If well, with the exception of like Facebook and stuff like that, where you could promote yourself and have people who follow you get the music, the DJ is the one who actually take it out there to the world. So I think it's a very necessary relationship.
No, the reason I asked the question is because I was looking at a video the other night with Mataran, and he was saying, "I'm the reason Bounty Killer is Bounty Killer. I was Bounty Killer. I was Bounty Killer." But back then there was no technology, there was no Facebook and stuff like that. So, that's the reason I asked the question: is it still necessary to, you know, be buzzed by
Yes,
an artist,
it still
by
is.
a
Yeah,
DJ?
it still is. I would say it still is. A lot of things is easier now, but that is the way from the beginning, and that way haven't really changed that much. Um, because when people go out and they hear a song playing and people gravitate into it, it's different to somebody just coming across a song and hearing it. It a DJ make the song reach so much more people.
Definitely. GTU, is it still necessary? I actually saw you the other night. It was DJ, so I want to know what you have to see on
Yeah,
this.
man, it's still necessary because a DJ can make you like a song, the audience, and he can also make you not like a song based on
Mm,
How we
intros
present it.
and these things. You understand me? So it is necessary. Is it in right now? Right now, we still is one out of DJs, right? Because of the same reason, because we still need the interaction with the DJs.
yeah.
You understand me? And that's the reason why a lot of artists is so passionate about having DJs, you know, linking them for their song or whatever, because we still know that is very vital to any 'Cause it's not a Yankee thing. You understand me? It's Caribbean people, so we go out to the clubs and we interact, and based on how the vibe that a consumer get off of your song in public, they can. It's like I could go to Guyana and hear a Chris Nelson song in Guyana and bring it back here, right?
Mm.
But I wouldn't go and hear it just by the roadside and just say like, here's a bad song and bring it back. But depends on the energy that I would see the people reacting to, right? Yeah, but so it's very necessary.
Definitely. So the next question is for Gucci Boss and OG because you guys are basically the veteran on the panel tonight. So is TikTok necessary in terms of promoting your music, the music that you guys does? Is
I
that a avenue that you think that
I promote my music on every streaming platform. I utilize in everything I can utilize.
okay.
You understand that? TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, whatever I can utilize it, I am going to utilize it, man. Because you gotta look at where the audience is, and it's sort of like the first question that you ask with the DJs, right? Now we as Guyanese artists been battling with our own DJs, them to play our music because what I mean, a lot of our DJs are so foreign minded. It's like this follow fashion thing, right? What I mean? I rep one of the biggest sound systems out there, Thunderbolt Sound. And we were guilty of it. But when I came back to America from Guyana in 2017, I started working on Caribbean Power Jam. And I realized that, this is a station that all these big artists from Jamaica and, Trinidad and all over, they come there. 2022, fast forward, forget fighting with a DJ because I understand it from a DJ's mentality. I understand, it's the hype in the dance hall. So you got to go to the source. The source is radio, right?
Mhm.
Because radio is reaching a way bigger audience than a DJ in a club is reaching. The people then when they go in the club, they're hearing that music before they reach the club and that DJ played. So when the DJ played, it's that familiarity that's making them react. So we basically just take over the radio. What's that Guyana? Caribbean Power Jam. You understand? Give us a platform on a major outlet to promote our radios. Now Trinidadians are hearing it. Now Bajans are hearing it. You understand? You know, that single-handedly push, one of the tools that push them Guyanese boys into international status. You know what I mean? And it's doing it right now for a lot of Guyanese artists out there. CJ is one of the main sponsors of that program. You understand what I'm saying? It gives us a strength, man, as Guyana to show everyone else that we are in that playing field. And if a lot of artists don't realize it, getting your song played on that station is putting you in an international market. You feel me? So, burn out all the DJs them who want for be wagonists. You see, we bosses now. We ain't dealing with them no more. You understand? The people they gonna demand. It's kind of like Sparta. Kind of like when you're there in the stadium, back in the Coliseum, back in the days. It's the crowd, it's the mob. The people they're gonna demand our music. You understand? I went on the street in Georgetown. CJ, they could tell you with Big Uncle to all the push cart man them, right? You see them guys begging for money on the street, them young youths, them dancing. I stop and give out CDs, you know what I mean, for free so that they can get money. You know what I mean? So people can hear the songs them that's there. Seeing? We bust Big Uncle and we show them the formula. You see? So yeah, man.
And OG Marley, you wanna chime in?
Yeah, man. I think it's mostly important to maintain dealing with the DJs regardless. You got a lot of DJs out there with this. We all use the word bias towards certain music or certain energy or whatever, but it's not nothing because you still gotta keep pushing yourself. But I gotta piggyback on what the brother said, man. It's facts. We need all the platforms we could get, because it's streaming is what really doing it today. So you gotta put your music out to the best, the best way you can. And TikTok, YouTube, any platform out there right now is necessary. You got to make it happen that way. We just make it happen.
So the next question is for the entire panel, including yourself, Sean. With all the talents that we have seen coming out of Guyanese artists, over the past decades. What do you guys think is the reason that we haven't broken the glass ceilings yet in terms of getting to that next level, that that international recognition? Sean, you want to go ahead and chime in first? I mean, we
Yeah,
already got international recognition, but I'm talking about international recognition.
I think is projects like this and many other things that other people doing to help build what we have. Constantly putting it in. I would say start at home. Starting at home because, like you say many times, you know, Guyana is bust a lot of artists. So I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
I think with a project like this, and it's been proven itself time and time and time and time and time. I mean, every single time I do this project, this album, I have new people that always messaging me saying, "Yo, boom, 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 I like this artist. I didn't if it wasn't for this project, I wouldn't have know about this artist. Even in my store, anybody that come in my store." I'm doing a photo shoot or anything, trust and believe is GT music they're hearing. And the response that I get is amazing. I mean, I wish I can record some of these things. You know what I mean? I wish I can record some of these things. And I would intentionally not say is a Guyanese. I would just let the music play. Well, how they would know is like some artists might say something about Guyana, Guyana this and Guyana do. And that's what's like, that person Guyanese? I was like, yeah, everything that you've been hearing, they are Guyanese. And they're like, wow. But because they've been so locked away from the Guyanese music for many years, they're like, oh, they're singing beer instruments. It's like they're not giving it another chance. And I think constantly putting projects like this out, and like I said, with other people that's doing other things, we're gonna get to that stage where we're demanding certain things. And we're not going to try so hard for people to know or to recognize somebody like GT Youths or Chris Nelson or Gucci Boss and CJ and OG and other artists. It's not going to be such a hard thing to do, but it got to start from home. I think you got to start from home, the support, and then over time we're going to get there.
What about you, GT? What do you think is the reason that we're not getting the kind of support and recognition that we truly deserve with all the quality of music that you guys are putting out? There's this guy before you answer. There's this guy that sing the song "Akila," Akila. This guy is being Guyana every other week, making money. I'm like, what's the reason? And we got artists that got better songs than him, better quality produced music than him, better lyrical songs. Like what is preventing us from reaching to that stage whereby we could bring home a Guyanese artist at every event we got here, pay them a $5,000 or even a $10,000? Because most of these guys, when you bring them home, they come with two, three men entourage, and you gotta put all them up and get them a little thing. Why do you think we're not in that position as artists?
Brethren, let's talk Guyanese, right?
Our Guyanese.
You see, we have a problem, right? Not all of us, because you have people like Ian Johnson, Malcolm Ferrero, right? That's in they have people that embrace and want to see Guyanese artists go on a level, right? But if you take them, the few out of the bunch, right? Most Guyanese people, and I talking to listeners, right? Most Guyanese people don't believe in themselves, right? And if you can't believe in yourself, you can't believe in anybody else, right? Talent has always been in Guyana, always,
Facts.
right?
Facts.
And how do we recognize talent? When it goes somewhere and somebody else recognize it, that's when we recognize talent. Not we as in the people them here, right? But I talk about in terms of Guyanese, right? It goes on everywhere in the world, because you might hear Trini said the same thing, right? But as a Guyanese, I can speak for me people them, right? That is one of our biggest stigma, right? Another thing we embrace, like how you said, killer, Trini
I
killer,
didn't even know his name. I know the song.
right?
Ah, killer. There's the
We
song.
as Guyanese, right? We embrace like we like the but we don't like positive. We just talk a good talk with positive, right? But we like hear foolishness. Like we like laugh. You understand me? So a lot of music that OG or CJ, Gucci, 'cause Gucci get 2020 vision, right? And I don't even feel that Guyanese might know it, but they may really know it if you know them way there, right? So that is our like one of our biggest problems that we try to embrace like more. We just try to be positive, because we very conscious, right? We conscious in we mind, right? But in the real world, we like laugh, we like having fun, right? And because we like that, a lot of good music from Guyanese artists gonna always be swept under the wayside because we embrace like I'm gonna give you a perfect example, right? Like you said, the big thing in Guyana right now is Zessin, right? What Zessin is, we know, right? But Zessin is the big thing, right? And they have people that actually have talk and slang and bam bam in Guyana. But we go abroad and take somebody else thing, right? And bring it in we place and say this is we Zessin now. We are not, it's always we embrace other people's
We lime in no more.
no, we Zessin because
We
till
just
we
in.
Zessin, we Zessin.
We lime in
Right?
no more.
So that is one of the biggest stigma. Like, and we need so for some reason, right? I believe that we can do it, right? But I don't know when it's gonna happen. But we need to break that chain because it's not a no like a no thing, right? It's a generation course, right? And we need to find a way to break that. You understand me? Because like I tell you before, Ian, Rocky, Malcolm, they get enough big men that try to actually do this, and a lot of them is complaining. Alter right now, a lot of them is be like, why I shouldn't do this? I should have just, believe in myself and push me on thing than for try to push Guyanese because a lot of big people out there literally is like fed up right now of how things and it's, like I said, it's a generation thing, man. But we need to break it, and I feel that with man like CJ, right? Me know CJ from nowhere, I tell you the honest truth, right? But I reach out to CJ and say, hey, I hear him there. Bam, man say, yo, take it. Do what you want to do. I mean, the man do 3 songs together, not like collabs, right? But the man produced 3 songs for me, and it's things like this, right? We need to do in order to break that. You understand? Gucci, me know Gucci from these is people that I just met recently. But if you ask me, that man is me musical brothers, right? And this is things that we need to do. You understand?
Definitely. Chris Nelson, what's your
Yeah.
take?
Um. There's a lot of talent in Guyana, and it's evident not only with music but entertainment as a whole. But it just seems as though it is difficult to move to the next level. And I think for the reason for that or for that to change is Guyanese. We need to support our own, and there's a lot of things need to be done in terms of um, radios get a lot of a big part to play in it. DJs, and just basically giving Guyanese entertainment a chance. This is basically it. Because whenever people hear that it's from Guyana, they seem to have a deaf ears. But I think we need to support our own, and definitely we'll move to the next level. No, there's no two ways in that.
OG Marley, what's your take on the
Yeah, it's sad, but it's like the brother says truth. The support, man. We as Guyanese, that's the only thing that we lack. We got so much love. Guyanese is such love inside of people. If you touch down anywhere, you see Guyanese people, man. They just look at the interaction. You don't even know a brother from nowhere. Just you hear the accent and the conversation. You just gel. We got that kind of love within each other, but we just don't know how to spread that unity amongst each other. Man. That is like the backbone of the problem we got that is so hard to get over because we would support anybody as open your own kind. And I mean, a lot of you brothers know exactly what I'm talking about. You know, I was in Guyana a couple of weeks ago, motherfucker, and they had like a song clash, and I listened to the clash, and I'm fine with not having my music play on the clash, whether it's dub or whatever, but just to hear the clash playing amongst Linden men and Georgetown men, right? Not Trini, Bajan, Jamaican, American, Linden men, Georgetown men. This is Guyanese, and with all these artists that's on this platform, and all over Guyana, all over the globe, we got artists that you could get a dub plate for represent Linden or for represent Georgetown, and to hear the clash playing with a bunch of other, you know what I mean, artists from different places, whether it's Jamaica or Trinidad. It's not really we being biased. It's just the fact that we don't know how to even call Gucci Boss and say, man, let a dub plate for me, and then not just get it, but play it. You know, getting it is one thing, but playing it, you know what I'm saying? And let the fans, let the crowd, let the people on the outside listen to this, whether it's in a minibus or a car, like I was listening to in a bus, and let them be the judge of it. Let them feel the energy of a Guyanese artist rocking on a dub plate, because you got that talent. You don't have to jump over it for go and get another. You know what I mean? And as I said, it's not a bias. It's just that support where we just don't know how to just, you know what I mean, hold hands and say, yo, let's do it. And the funny part of it is, when you look at it, a lot of people is better than us with that. Because you can find Jamaica got a lot of fight, Trinidad got a lot of fight amongst itself, but they don't support you over them. You know what I'm saying? With respect to them, respect to the Jamaican, them ain't gonna support no Guyanese over no. This Jamaican man could sing in the wackest song. And you sound make the world of sense, but they know you sound make sense, they rate it, but they believe in their own, and you gotta rate them for that. You know, we got a big country, these people got islands, and these people so believe in them islands. We don't even believe in we big country that got so much, you know, and this is 100, you know what I'm saying? Because we are just each other so much. If you just don't like somebody, then you would not support the song. And then if you ask the person why you don't like the person, they can't explain it.
You don't know. You never even met the person before.
There's no reason for it. We just fight. What's the fight about? You know what I'm saying? If we learn how to support our own, you know, put that extra energy into our own like we put into other people's stuff. I hear a lot of good music that could play on the radio, that could play on Boom FM, that could play on these several radio stations in Guyana. And they just jump over these music. You drop it in a chat group. I did in a chat group with GT Youths and everybody, and I see them man drop a song the other day, and them man jump over it, go and tail down the street. They must have done with Guyana, how they pass the song so fast. And he decided that he can, you know, spread some love about it, and it kick off. But we wait for the negative energy. We wait until everybody jump over, then somebody come with a negative energy, or you might bring up a thought and then somebody respond with a negative energy, then everybody jump in.
You know, there's a saying, sometimes you gotta make a scene to be seen.
That's exactly what it is for we. And with all the scene we make him, bro, we being seen. Because we still in the dark. We still fighting each other. We still got the music the way it is. Because we gotta make this music up, you know. Here the brother saying from home, start from home. Not basically in this home. But Guyana, what we call home, it got to start. We people got to learn how to start giving us the push, that support.
Chance.
People right now, a lot of Guyanese listening to this live, watching this live. But tomorrow they're gonna pick up a phone and start go up on YouTube and look for some Guyanese music and start playing it and get some good vibes, get some good energy. No, you know what I'm saying? We gonna sit down and we gonna criticize this. We sing a set of stupidness, but give it a chance. Listen to it. Listen to the music. You might hear something that you can learn from. You know
Listen to this volume, man. Trust me, it's
Don't
crazy.
we gotta stop that. That energy is what it's been plaguing us for so many years, and it's continue doing it because we continue to keep jumping over it. When you drop a song in a group, it's because nobody might not say. It's because you're looking and listening for the response to that song. You know what I'm saying? And it's nothing for a brother text and say, big up yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing for you text and say something. Why is it that you just left it for run down the road and then we there in a group saying that we together? We're not together. You know what I'm saying? We got to lead by example, and there's a set of grown men. Who we teaching the youth them? We telling them now, because the things start from way back then. We telling them follow the leader. When I come out this group, you join it and do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? We gotta learn how to start supporting our own, man. We gotta push it. That extra effort is what we need. GTU's gotta support me. Gucci Boss support GTU's. Everybody involved in this thing. Let me make it a unification thing, man. It's gonna benefit the future. You know what I'm saying? More than anything else, it's gonna benefit the future. The next generation coming might not have to suffer what we suffering. You know what I'm saying? We might open the door, kick down the door for them get easier access to the music out there. You know what I'm saying? Instead of driving around here and set a bunch of different music, you could hear your own kind. You're hearing things about Buxton where you walk in. You're hearing things about the flood in Rainbow City, Linden. You might hear about the Siwa. You're hearing things about what you know about.
No, facts.
Because look how much music we just listen about things we never even see, we never even hear, we never walk them streets. And we can't listen to the one telling you that you just walk through the street while talking about. We rather
Arriba.
criticize that. You know what I'm saying?
Spanish
So that's
tongue.
support, man. That's support. I'm saying. You're talking about Spanish tongue and you're talking about Bridgetown, Barbados, and these things. You never even see this place. And when CJ drop a song talking about Rainbow City and Greenard Street and Region Street, you already that's very stupidness. That don't make no sense. We gotta support each other, man. The DJs also need to get that energy to themselves. They need to know it. You know, DJ need to support the energy because if they don't play with music, it's harder for us. It's a harder task for we to get out there. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stop this watching face and carrying feelings for no reason at all. You know what I'm saying? We gotta support each other, man. Push each other, push the music on the radio, push the music. Because like Gucci Boss earlier, we got a tourism. Yo, Guyana is so beautiful. We could push we own tourism and it start music is a big part of it. Big part of it. You know what I'm saying? The music is a big part of we establishing that kind of tourism that we capable of having in Guyana. People complaining about the government. Go past the government, do your thing, do the thing, and do it and make it happen. But support each other. It's a support thing, man. Each one teach one. Why you think
Definitely.
that boss in Jamaica go far is the support? You know what I'm saying? You gotta support it, man.
So Gucci Boss, what's your take on the reason why we haven't been able to have a breakout artist, an internationally recognized artist?
I feel like we break his here, right? Like OG said, right? This right now is upon us. If this thing don't happen right now, I blame it every single one of y'all. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because I feel that the unified group, the people then with the knowledge, the people then with the sense of how this thing is supposed to work, finally is in one place at the same time,
Yes, sir.
right?
That's
But
what,
everybody be so caught up in their self. Like I had to apologize to GTU that day. You know what I mean? Because I said, yo, I am responsible for something like that too. You know what I mean? And you lead by example, right? Everybody be so caught up in their thing, you know what I mean? And they forget that, yo, every man needs support, not just you alone. You know what
Definitely.
I mean? Every
Facts.
man needs support. And that's why we started Guyana Music Foundation, That was the whole purpose that, yo, we as artists can meet up in a place and correspond with each other. But I also encourage people and say, listen, we can share in music amongst ourselves, right? All we want. But we also have, you know what I mean, the Facebook where we can share it with the world. You understand what I'm saying? So not only put it on the group, go ahead and post it to the Guyana Music Foundation page because it's a bunch of people there. Invite people. You know what I mean? These are just all the different platforms that we have. You know what I'm saying? And it's not Gucci Boss thing. And that is the next stupid thing when enough people like, oh, it's Gucci Boss thing. That's why I just take myself out of a lot of things because people see your grind, you know what I mean? And you working towards something and they be like, oh, you think he that. Like, partner, this ain't just me. I am the example of what can happen when Guyanese work together. Nobody can say that. You understand what I'm saying? When I putting out my song and in my head I'm like, yo, I am on this level. It took somebody like CJ to call and be like, yo, Gucci, yo, bro, no, you ain't there yet. And I have to be humble enough to say, okay, what you talking about? Let me see. You know what I mean? And go there for him to teach me something that I wouldn't have think would have learned anywhere else. Now, the second part of this is you get some DJs, right, that have this thing backwards, right? I grew up in Ocho Rios, New Bucksfield. I've been a part of Thunderbolt Sound my whole life. I've gotten trained by some of the best, right? We as DJs need to sell people our culture.
Mm-hmm.
right? You can't, you know what I mean? That's our job. Is to sell the world our culture.
Exactly.
Them DJs don't do the buy.
They don't.
Them man forget their job and it's all about the hype right now. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? Jamaica, they got it intact.
Mm-hmm.
Trinidad, they got it intact. OG said it, right? Them man don't support anybody over them own.
Shoot
Them
up.
own is first
Shoot up.
than everybody else. You think we can farm a reggae industry with how much bad artists we get out there? You
Shoot.
understand? You think a CJ Dub can't kill a man? Okay, for example, how is it Pablo G, same man, is all the way in Gambia, mashing up the place, but a Guyanese artist would not play it in a dance?
Exactly. That's my
You know what
point.
I'm saying? A Guyanese DJ won't play it in a dance. I've been in party. I went to support my brother CJ. Me and my brother there in the party. My brother buy like 8 bottles of champagne and we balling. Partner, yo, honest to God, yo, I wasn't even so prepared. CJ said, yo, Gucci, don't worry about it. I got you. I'll come through. You understand? Supporting, we gone out there, we enjoy ourselves. Next thing you know, I am listening. Them man play everybody else's music. Yo, this man is in there to perform. And them man ain't play no CJ. They must have big up the man a couple of times. You, let that would have been a Jamaican artist. The man name would
Mm-hmm.
have called every 5 seconds upon the seconds. You want to know if it going out of style.
So disappointed, man.
You
For real.
understand what I'm saying? Now, look at when we went to Maryland, GT. We went to Maryland. I got booked from New York to come to Maryland. We went down there, right? Partner, the difference in how them man treat we, you know what I mean? I go up on stage, don't perform. I was able to bring my brother on stage. Them things don't happen up here in New York sometimes. You know what I mean? It's a fight down. You know what I mean? Every DJ feel like them is the boss DJ out there. Partner, unless you bust a guy and these artists, humble yourself.
Humble yourself.
Simple as that. And that, you know what I mean? And that's the reason why I say, you know what? I'm not begging no DJ to do. I don't care who is offended, right?
Well talk.
I am not begging no DJs to play music, support my music. I know how to get to the fans. And a lot of these DJs, if you watch your numbers and you watch my numbers, partner, at the end of the day, I can go on live and I gonna get the same amount of numbers you go on your live and you DJ for get views offer. So why in God's name I'm gonna take my fans to bring to you so you can introduce them to Jamaica, Trinidad, everywhere else except Guyana? It's not
Right.
happening. You understand? We know how to get to the fans them, and to get to the fans them is through radio.
For
And
real.
when the people them in the dance start, when you say, yo, big up to every Guyanese, and you play Cartel, Georgetown, Guyana, the people gonna bun you out.
Yeah.
It's a new day coming, bro. It is a new day coming. You feel
Real.
me? So to answer your question, partner, we gonna get rid of them DJs that's trying to hijack our culture and hijack our music and try to suppress us and push everyone else. You understand? Because our music is speaking for itself and it's speaking volumes. And as long as we can get it on radio and we can get advertising to back us, to hell with them damn DJs. You know what I'm saying? That's dancehall, bro. You
Yep.
understand? Radio is a whole different entity. Internet is a whole different entity. You know what I'm saying? Real thing.
Definitely, man. CJ, what's your take, man? Why do you think, even after all your hard work for the past 9 years, because I remember in 2013, it was on Innsdale when you played that song, same thing for us. And since then, you've been grinding. You just record, you just produce, you just shoot videos, you just edit. The one thing I used to see you start doing at this DJing. Why do you think we haven't gone to that place whereby we get the recognition that we fully deserve? Even with the hard work that you guys have been doing for the amount of years that you would have been doing it for.
Well, I'm gonna keep it brief because I think everyone here kind of touched on some important points, right? But two of the things that I've heard, which is key, is believing and supporting. And not just as an artist. We need the DJs to believe, the radio personalities, all the way to the promoters. We need a promoter to believe that, you know what, if you do a show with 5 Guyanese, he can pull a crowd as if he bring an artist from Jamaica. You understand? And it could work. Because take for example, Skello, right? Skello Guyanese was really supporting him, and even though his music it wasn't, but he was getting a lot of support, and the world gravitated to it. You know, till Jamaicans and them start sharing his stuff. You know, so if Guyanese could put the same emphasis behind quality music, what have the potential to go global, then
That's right.
I think all this is gonna, it's gonna work.
Definitely,
So it's all
definitely.
about my thing is believing and supporting. Cause if GT youths have 100 fun and I have 100 fun, if me and GT youths collaborate, he support me, I support him. Now he have 200 fun, I have 200 fun. You
200.
know, so it's all about believing and supporting, and we need to support. We need to support each other, not just our artists, DJs, radio person. Everybody needs to be involved and supporting and believe that we could do it. Because the music is up to standard. There's nothing wrong with the music. It's just the support.
Definitely, and let me just send a big
And
shout
yes,
out to
I've
the
been
man.
working very hard. I have a lot of title, but I soon turn the DJ too.
This is sorry,
So I
DJ.
could fix some of the problem.
All right, good. Anything is possible,
You know,
DJ.
let me say something before we go on, right? I don't want to take away from the DJs them that's out there. You understand that's doing this without even getting a dime in their pocket because it's a few of them. You understand what I'm saying? It's a few of the examples that we want to see. Safi, big up yourself. All time. You know what I'm saying? E.g. the governor was an artist, is a DJ too. Even Shopda, big up yourself. You understand? We can't take away from those DJs. Danger Vibe. You know what I'm saying? DJ Cash, you know what I mean? He get his style, but you know what I'm saying? He time that he does push we music too. And he's on a platform. You know what I'm saying? We need more DJs that's on that platform, a Danger Vibes platform, a DJ Moses platform, you know what I'm saying? A Natty Starboys platform. We need those DJs, you understand, to push our music more. You understand what I'm saying? It's so much quality music out there. Push our music more, man. And what they need to realize, it's a market for it. Because I just get booked every single way I go. You understand what I'm saying? So it is a market for the music, right? You now just gotta see, which music it is that you need to put out there. But we have a market. The diaspora is buying our music. The diaspora is supporting our music, right? Not really. You don't look to Guyana. Guyana is promotional.
But
You
no,
got to use that.
I don't mean to cut. I don't mean to cut you, Gucci. But the diaspora is twice the size of Guyana in population. So
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And
focus on the
listen,
diaspora.
listen, the diaspora, right? If you're smart at marketing, you realize that the diaspora misses Guyana so much that every little bit of Guyana, you know what I'm saying, they want to feel. Yo, that's why we just go out and buy sticker that say I am proud to be Guyanese. We get it flags and we care. You don't see people in Guyana just do that. You understand? I just drive around and see people with Bajan flags and Jamaican flags in the car in Guyana. But if you're an American, you Guyanese, you are repping that hard. You understand? And we are the ones over here who are supporting the music 100% because we want
Right,
Guyana.
right.
We just need Guyana now. You understand? Home to start supporting and
That's right.
locking it in the way they are.
That's right.
Definitely. So before we go, guys, you wanna, each one of you wanna let the viewers know where they can find you and what you have planned for, the not too distant future, starting with you, GT Youth.
Well, you can find me on every platform. GT Youths, Instagram, Facebook, Owen Adams. Everywhere else, GT Youths. Um, Working on a couple of projects. Right. Currently, myself, CJ, Terror, and a bag of artists. Right. Have a collab from Fojo. All right. What is called We Can Make It. It's a kind of unity song. Right. I also have a. I'm working on an album. All right. I have a couple of features that's on there with you know some guys from Jamaica, Trinidad, from all across the islands. Stepping apart from that is just try and do some more production because I also produce. All right. Do some productions and just see how far we can get the music.
OG Marley, let the fans know where they can find you and what's next for you.
Yeah, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Jamall the same way. Every platform same way. Um, I definitely got a few things that I'm working on. I produce my own music, so I do it at my own pace. But for the new year, we in the new year right now. I got some nice thing that I planning to put out there, man, for sure.
CJ.
You can find me on that Fee Street. Nah, you can find me on all the major platforms, iTunes, Spotify, even on YouTube. I just released a new track called
Transcend.
Transcend. You guys should check it out.
Mad
On,
video.
yeah, on Instagram is CJ Music. Everywhere else is at Rollout Boss.
Roll out bars.
Yeah.
Chris Nelson.
Yeah. Well, you can find me on all streaming platform, all social media platform, Instagram, Facebook. Instagram, you can find me at Chris Nelson underscore official. Facebook, Chris Nelson. You can find me on Spotify. Everything that you can think about. Well, in terms of the music and what I have in store, you can expect a album, a debut album very soon. There's some things I'm working on, and there's a lot of unreleased music that you should expect very soon. So I'm working.
Keep working, bro. Gucci boss.
Well, the only thing what I get planned right now is Soca Monarch,
Uh,
right? That is what I got planned right now. I get
You
plans on
take
going
it
to
up, Edgar?
Guyana. I get plan on taking attendance. I get plan on making everybody take attendance and get a $2 million come and pay off my bill what I get for ROR and
But
some other things.
good
You know what I
luck, good
mean?
luck, good luck, Gucci
That
Boss. I'm
that that
rooting for
is
you.
that is what I plan on doing right
Wait
now.
for the crowd.
But
Wait for the
you know what I
crowd.
mean? For as far as future projects, man, you know what I mean? I got a couple of songs coming out of ROR. I'm definitely gonna drop another album this year, which is called Experience, right? And I mean, it's a lot more collabs. I want to see like what you said in the beginning. I want to see more Guyanese artists collabing. You understand? I want to see us, you know what I mean, making that fist and going after the world because partner, this is we industry. We are in charge of this, people. Everybody, we are in charge of this industry, right? If we let this thing go, partner, I gonna go back to DJing.
Gucci
I
Boss. I
yeah,
or the girls them now. I love how the girls them song it. So we need to collab with them more and get them more involved.
yep, yep.
exactly, CJ. You don't
Yeah.
know
We have
exactly.
a girl on this volume by the name of Charisma. Man,
Bad
bad,
artist.
bad, 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 bad
Talented.
artist. Mad
Charisma.
talent.
You got charisma. You got Asia. You got Naya. You know what I mean? Like that DNA squad is tight, man. And you got some other DJ artists coming out. The from the new school that's coming up. Females. Yeah, Guyana is sounding beautiful, man. Seeing so. But as far as my media handle, I am Gucci Boss. Everything Facebook Ryan Linton. Please, for the love of God, don't send me no Facebook requests. Right? I am Gucci Boss Instagram, Gucci Boss TikTok. You know what I'm saying? That's it, man.
Sean, let the people know where they can find you and what you have planned for the future, for the not too distant future.
I'm on Instagram, Facebook, my business at DemRoc Clothing. My personal is Shawn DemRoc McAllister. My website is demrockclothing.com, DEMROCCLOTHING, not ROCK. Or you can just type in DEMROC.com and it take you, boom, right there to my website.
And what's the plans for the not too distant future, man? What we got
Um,
planned?
I can't say much, but what I do know is my plan for this year is to target Guyana with supplying a lot of my pieces, my items down there. I know I've been saying it for a while now, but
Well, no, well, no.
I
2
know, I
years.
know. Yeah. I don't want to blame COVID. COVID can't take blame, but it's coming. It's coming. It's coming to thing. And the other part of it with the music, um, it's a lot. It's a lot. Some I can say now and some I can't. But all I know is that we moving the needle, and I appreciate every last one of you that's on this panel and that's not, and also that's been on all the projects thus far. Thank you so much for helping me, push this thing. You know, helping me push this thing, and I'm very happy and proud of you guys. Very, 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 very happy. And let's just keep pushing.
CJ,
Yeah.
what Sean just said there, why you give it a piece in the song where you say, if you can't tell me your feelings when we stand. Let me hear something.
Yo, I'm playing for you.
Yeah, play it.
Hold on, CJ. I don't want you make Facebook take down
Shut
this
it up.
video by playing the song, Cause remember your song is fully copyrighted, So if you don't, you can make Facebook mute this thing. Don't play the music.
You gotta sing it.
You gotta sing
Blessings
it.
for my brother them. Feed a new year, me no want lose none of them. We are forward from the slums, from the goat to them.
Oh,
There you had it, people.
Yeah.
Talent overload. Must say a big shout out to the man. Pablo G is in the comment section. Big up yourself, Mr. Paula. See what you're doing. Continue doing what you're doing. We love and we appreciate you, man. To everybody that's been in tune for the past hour and a half, thanks for the support. Continue supporting the music, man. Continue spreading it up. Continue sharing the music. That's all we're going to get where we need to reach as Guyanese artists. And to the artists on the panel, the man, DemRoc, continue doing what you're doing. All the artists, I will always support you guys, man. I appreciate you guys, My mantra is to dedicate my energies towards the happiness and prosperity of Guyana. That's my mantra. That's why I wake up and tell myself every day. So anything that has to do with promoting Guyanese culture, I'm going to be a part of it and I'm going to do whatever I have to do. So
Gucci Boss and Soca Monarch.
Gucci Boss and Soca Monarch. We take your attendance. Right?
Yeah, make sure you let it know that I want to ring through Guyana. Gucci Boss and Soca Monarch.
For sure.
So,
Yeah.
Gucci Boss and Road March. And then we're going to take it to Trinidad.
All right, then. Enjoy the rest of your evening, people.
Yeah.
Bless.
Thank you.
Come on, bless.